5 minutes. Is it possible to take your ideas and create a video? Well, what I'm showing you in front right now is my answer to not only the accountability of meeting every week and having something to present, but I decided to use tools, specifically, as you can tell here on the left, and I also have a timer here going, where I can take my ideas as they're fresh out of the oven, so to speak, out of the shower, record them, put them into Claude, have that output as an Excalidraw, and then have this published. What does that look like? Well, that's what I've been thinking about this last week, and I wanted to share it with you and perhaps inspire some of your process. So this is the raw capture. I'm using this tool called VoiceDash that I bought. It was like a lifetime deal where I could basically transcribe what I'm saying. But the premise behind it is, what if I could take my ideas and put them raw and uncaptured, like what you see here? So I've been thinking deeply about how we can go from not doing anything to having these small habits, like for instance, when I was reading 10 pages a day and doing that consistently, and also getting to the point where you're shipping and you're producing. So anyway, what I'm showing you now is this capture of raw, kind of unexpressed. But wouldn't it be cool if we could use the AIs? So what I'm going to show you now is exactly how I'm doing that process. I took that same raw dump, if you want to think about it, this raw expression of my thoughts, and I've created inside of Claude using skills scripts. So out of the same raw kind of note, what I'm going to show you next is the scripts I got generated. So I created a script, and I also have this SVG. So it's more high polished than maybe what I was showing before. But the whole point is I'm repurposing my own thinking. And I think there's a lot of power in doing something like this, because when you can start moving from raw, similar to kind of how I had over here, which, by the way, if this jumping back and forth is confusing, forgive me. I'm just showing you, and I'm using Notebook Navigator, which is really powerful here. So, okay, let's just show you the before and after. Let me move myself out of the way. This before is what I captured in a quick little brainstorm kind of voice note. And using Claude, I've created a skill where it can take it and start creating a more polished script. So for instance, the thumbnail concept done by 8 a.m. hook. I'm recording this in the morning. It's not done. It's not drafted, but it is posted. Pretty cool, right? So here's my intro. I've been running a small practice or whatever. Like it's taking my ideas and amplifying them. And on this, I may or may not say all of this, but now I've got a way to actually talk about these tools and to present and to share. But the way I'm using visually my thinking is twofold. I have this raw scripts part, and I'm benefiting, so I can close this now, from using Claude to create the Excalidraw. And I think this is a big game changer. You see, what happens is we're creating all of these conversations from our own thinking to the AIs, to the amplifying, to then revisiting that to what we're doing. All of this is confusing. Our goal is, how do I move from where I'm at to the published, to the finished, to the done? And ideally, how can I do this with a limited time constraint, in my case 5 minutes, with a minute left on the screen, to actually move through the process of, once again, taking your ideas that are raw, similar to what I shared, putting them into the AI, having the AI convert them and create this in some kind of repeatable format and fashion, leading to you having a published asset. And so that's what I'm showing you here. I took it, I'm using my notes to feed, to create, to amplify and refine it better. But at the end, when it comes time to making sense of this information, now I've actually created a map, a visual representation that's extremely powerful and can help me do that. So how does that sound to you? Is that something you're looking to do? Have you considered using Excalidraw or another visual thinking tool to help amplify your level of understanding? Because when you start doing that, you start really being and achieving those connections that were previously unavailable and maybe unseen to you. Cool, that's my 5 minutes. Take care.